Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today we're playing the Buccaneer. I'm actually going to be doing this in a bit of a guide and just walk you through my thinking while playing him. What the Buccaneer does is you get half resources from things. As you can see, some of them die and drop nothing, but you do get 100% additional value, so you still make the same amount of money. You have negative 100% attack speed, as you can see when you start, but every time you pick up a resource, oh man. Every time you pick up a resource, you are going to reset the cooldowns of all of your weapons. So everything will fire again. So you'll see we're super slow now with attacking, but as soon as I fire and run over it, I fire again, I fire again, I fire again. So it can like really rapid fire out creatures. So the way I play them is to sometimes stack a few around me so that if I do need to, like now there's a tree, you can pick them up, get the reset from the shots, and you're able to kill a bit more because in early game, you have absolutely nothing that's going to help you. Wow, that's an early padding. You have nothing that's going to help you with attack speed. So you want to make sure you can actually deal with the enemies. Just try and stagger up how you pick them up. Like there, don't pick up both, and then you can grab the second one. And you don't really need to focus too much on the HP and armor, because if you get your Slingshots upgraded to, ideally epic before you have the horde wave, maybe not all of them, but some of them, you're going to have so many bounces, you're going to kill so many things. So you'll just constantly be picking up more resources, getting more resets. I mean, you can see that tree died purely because I was able to pick up some additional resources. So what I generally focus on at the beginning is as much damage as I can possibly get. Lumberjack shirt is always good, especially early, because it can be quite a challenge to kill the trees. I'm not even going to worry about getting the HP because this is what the shop wants to give me. Slingshots are primitive, so you are going to get 15 max HP when you have 6 anyway. So really not necessary to pick up health items. Later on you can, but early game you want slingshots, you want damage, you want upgrades. Attack speed we will want to build up at some point, but we can't focus that right now because you're so far behind. I mean, look how fast that guy got deleted. It's crazy how strong this is. Just run through the resources and everything starts to die. We'll get some armor later as well, but it's really not necessary right now. We have enough damage and we basically one-shot everything. The bounces just make sure everything dies consistently. So never really have to worry too much. We'll go for 8% damage. We'll go for 2 range. That is huge. Let's get these two, the bag, another slingshot. We're going to lock some XP because we want that. Things like Hedgehog, this isn't necessary for 1 range damage to spend that money. That is just a bit of a waste. But going into wave 5 with 4 level 2 slingshots and 2 level 1 slingshots is ridiculous. We'll stock up a little bit of resources here, so if we do need to run through them, we can. Get the tree as well. I guess I don't need to stock things up this early in the game. I'm being a bit silly because things die in 1 hit already. And you can see the benefit of getting trees die in 1 hit, because now I don't have to spend some time lingering around them waiting for the refire. Because look how slow my firing rate is. We're still doing nothing, but then boom, run through resources and everything that's around you is just going to get melted. So really fun class to play. We'll take some more range damage. Upgrades, another bag, another slingshot, and gecko. Okay, so this is the other one I wanted to speak about. The gecko is crazy because you're able to pull in resources. Don't combine that yet. I'm not paying attention. My recommendation here is always make sure. I will actually lock this as well. That's a very cheap price. 1 more reroll. Sure. No, actually not worthwhile early game. You kind of want to go for 2 geckos fairly early on if you get lucky with the drops, because then you are picking up a decent amount of the resources automatically. But if you get all 4 and you've got a 100% chance to pull them in, then sometimes you're screwed because you've pulled in every resource. There's nothing around you to get the resets. That has screwed me over before, specifically on like boss waves, because if you do a boss wave and you just started it, there's not many resources to pick up. You're relying on your bounces to kill the other little enemies, and then if you kill them too quickly and pick up all the resources too fast, there's nothing else to kill. you're not firing fast enough and you're not killing the additional ones that spawn. So you want to make sure that that is not happening. We're going to do one roll here. I'll take 6% dodge, and let's take a little bit of armor. Okay. Take those two. Now the slingshot, sure, why not? And I'm actually going to lock that because I want some speed. I'm very slow. We're fine for now with speed, but horde wave, we are going to need to potentially do a bit of running, so we want to make sure we have some of that. I would not recommend this strategy if you do not have a horde wave on at least your first wave, because your single target damage is abysmal. You are not going to be able to deal with the boss. And if you've been focusing on damage even, I mean, look, maybe you get really lucky with damage or items and you can deal with the boss, but it can be really, really hard. And then you don't have the additional resources. Your bounces become not useless, but not the greatest. Yes, they kill the ads around the boss, but it's still just, even with all those extra resources you pick up, it's not the easiest to deal with the boss. So ideally you want to restart the round until you get your horde wave. Here, I think I might actually go for speed. Let's get a bit of speed. Oh, we are getting lucky with the slingshots. This would be nice, but I don't really ask for it. Wow, we just found our third bag. Can I buy all three of these? That'll be 96. I can just buy all three of these. Or we can combine you and buy... Let's skip the speed. We just got some speed. That should be fine. So yeah, wave 8 is going to have your charges. There's one up there in the corner. See if we can kill him before he even reaches us. He's dead. Thank you, bouncers. The bouncers are insane. They are just so insane. Look at that. We don't even have to look at him and he's just dead. So this is why I like the slingshot so much. Although we actually do have pretty good damage. I think what I would like to start building up next is some crit chance and damage. That is probably the two most important things I want to get. But crit you can get really easily from items. So I don't really know if I want to use my level ups on it unless I find like a purple or above. Then I think I might focus on some crit. Yeah, it's a very fun class to play. It can get really, really mental. I do find that you start to get to a point where damage scaling becomes a challenge, because the benefit that you get from the attack speed, oh, that's a tricky decision. No, it's not a tricky decision, 3 range. More luck. And there's my second baby gecko. Nice. So it does start to get to a point later where the attack speed you get if you get a Cursed Retribution hoodie completely outweighs the benefit of picking up resources and refiring your weapons. So, see, there's some crit. 6% crit. This is not super important early on. We definitely want 20 luck. I don't care about lifesteal. We're going on to the big boys now. So what we'll do for this guy is leave some resources if I don't pick them up automatically. So that, I mean, he just died anyway. What I was going to say is you leave some resources on the ground. When he gets close to them, you run over all of them and pick them up. But with 2 baby geckos, it kind of makes that a bit more challenging. But as you can see, having picked up those baby geckos, I don't even have to run for resources anymore. Look how fast I'm shooting. And we have literally no attack speed. So it's really, really helpful to get them. And the more we can get upgraded, I think if I can get 1 or 2 more of these upgraded to purple level for the horde wave, we are going to fly through it. Yeah, I just need to focus on something for economy, hunting trophy, black flag, anything like that would be huge. Or, I mean, fishhook would be even more insane. And then the seashell is the thing that lets your projectiles fire additionally on every second shot. So we'll take the max HP because that is red. Purple. Take some more luck. That's funny. It's cursed. It's nice, but 1 range damage for 5 range. I'll actually take that. I'm gonna combine that and get you. And let's see. This is pretty expensive. It wouldn't be the worst, but it's also not fantastic. This as well, 3% damage. It's like, for that price, it's just not worth it, unfortunately. We'll do 1 more reroll. I hate you, Black Flag, because I want you, but I can't buy you right now because I don't have a fishhook. So that is just sad. We are going to lock the treasure map because the treasure map equals more crates. And, well, not more crates, but more items from crates. and that is more money. So we want that. But if you are playing this just to complete it with wave 20, by all means, pick up things like Black Flag, pick up whatever you can that's going to make you stronger. But if you're trying to push really high waves, then there are certain items that you almost need to get cursed. For example, the Spyglass, you almost have to get that cursed. You need the additional reroll ability so you can find what you're looking for. You need the Black Flag. Hunting trophies, not necessary. Giant's Belt, very necessary. Reformation Hoodie, Lucky Coin, the big hitters, necessary that you get those cursed. The ones that are up to you is like recycling, for example. You know, later on you are going to recycle so many items. So do you want 35% more gold or do you want 70% more gold? So you kind of want to focus on getting those cursed. Range damage. Nice. Ooh. Obliterate. So this is a new item that I didn't have up until this week. Have not played this before. From what I've seen, it's disgusting. I won't get it now. We're going to stick to the Slingshots for the time being. I don't actually want this, but I want to get it out of the way. Can only get 4. Why not? Slow them down a bit more. Well, sorry, do more damage to them. I know, slow them down. Yes, okay, so first Horde Wave. What we want to try and do here is get some resources. Wow, can these things drop some resources, please? That's what can make this class quite hard, is to not have enough resources around to pick up. But I'm going to try and hop around the middle of the stage, where hopefully I can find some resources. Never mind, none are dropping. As long as we've got some to pick up, we're always going to kill things, and we just don't do what I'm busy doing. Don't run into all these things. This is silly. I'm doing silly things here now. It's almost funny, this class does so much better when there is an abundance of enemies. The more enemies you have, the easier it is to manage with this class because you just keep on firing and firing and firing. So you saw the beginning of the wave was more challenging than this part of the wave is, and this is a Horde wave. It's supposed to get progressively harder as the wave goes through. Just stick to where your resources are lingering, and you should be pretty good. Just don't do what I did in the beginning there and run into too many things. We never want to cap our HP. We don't want things like that. We want crit though. Crit is good. Range is good as well, but there are more important things right now. This is lucky. We will take that because who is going to say no to HP and regen? Cannot take this. I have 1 armor. I think now might be the time that I maybe need to get a little bit more armor. This is huge because we don't care about the attack speed for now. Luck is good. We'll take that. And on to the next wave we go. But yeah, you'll see the beginning of the waves can always be a bit challenging because we don't have many resources, but then it just starts to get easier as enemies start to spawn. So getting enemy amount with this character is no problem whatsoever. Like you almost want it because more enemies, more resources, more bounces. You're just going to kill everything. Because even like there, my bounces aren't even taking effect after some time because there's nothing to bounce to. Oh, the lucky sausage did 37 damage. Okay, cool. But we are going to want armor. It's going to get hard to dodge when there's too many range things. So we're going to need at least another... I'd say before wave 20, we want to have around 10 armor, I think would be safe. If you're a melee character, you generally want around 20 at that point. But I think for range, or for this guy with the attack speed, we can get away with a bit less, as long as I don't get hit too much. But yeah, managing just fine. 45 additional resources. This is meh, but we'll take it, get it out of the way. Do we want 12 speed? I think we do. We'll take 12 speed. And then the game gives me this. Sure. We will take you, combine. We want to get these slingshots. This is really nice, but can I survive with no armor? Let's see. Can I survive with no armor and 50% damage? This is supposed to be a guide, so I'm not going to risk it. We want the luck though. We need armor now though. I think armor is going to be our #1 priority. Oh. Okay, 14 damage with no armor, but he wasn't cursed. So that's a little bit scary. Run over some resources, get our refreshers. you kind of need them to just keep spawning. The moment they stop spawning is the moment that things start to get a little bit sketchy. So we just want that to keep happening, and as you can see, I'm not paying attention to my own advice. I'm just running over resources and picking them up. Don't do that, because then when you do have things like that coming at you, you want to make sure you have some additional resources to pre-fire. And it's also at this point where picking up range is not bad. Oh, that hurts a lot. Is this guy ever gonna die? Okay, yes he is. Yes he is. I can't even remember what I was saying. Oh, range can be good, because range will then mean that we can start triggering our attacks from wherever we pick up resources, essentially. But it is definitely not a priority. We will take you. And now we want to search for damage. Damage percent. Damage percent. Okay. I think we want all three of these. Wait, did I just say search for damage or damage percent when I needed to search for armor? Holy moly. Okay, we'll take that one then. And we'll lock you as well. I desperately need armor next because I have 0 and they're now doing 50% more damage. I cannot believe I ran into both of that guy's charges. That was just dumb. But it should be fine. We've got some good speed. We've got some good regen. At least I thought we did, because we got that regen item. This is sadly a wave with more strong enemies and less weak ones, which means less resources dropping and less bouncing. But we just want to linger around where we have some resources, wait for the big boys to spawn, and then kind of run and pick them up. And then everything dies. So go up here, get these. Get the tree, that's a big burst of damage. Nice, we got him as well. That's 2 crates so far. Okay, well, 50% damage from them was a bit scary, but luckily I could have saved it for the horde wave, to be honest, but I think that would be a little bit too dangerous for now. I'm not super strong, and with no armor, we can't risk that. More trees, more luck, thank you. Armor, 3 armor, thank you. 9 dodge, we'll take you. Okay, get you upgraded, get some armor, get some luck. All amazing. These two combined are insane, because we can now pierce, and then we can get the pierce damage reduction. I think I'm just going to go straight into the wave, and not spend any of my money rerolling. Okay, beginning of a horde wave, get some additional resources around, although 2 geckos might actually be a bit too many even, because we're still finding ourselves in situations here where we have no resources to pick up. And as you can see, the moment we run out of resources to pick up, I start to get a little bit overwhelmed. And that is why we went for a bit of speed, to make sure that we can actually get away from the enemies when we are just waiting for that one fire rate to kick in. There, look at that, boom, run through. Oh, there's a lot of people, and they're all dead. Because now we just have so many resources on the floor to pick up. And we're pulling so many in from the geckos, things are just dying. We have a whole stack here to pick up. And we can be a bit aggressive now running at them because we want to get those resources. Wow, an extra crate. Oh, everything just dies. Look at that, 919. That's crazy. We're not doing that. 1 reroll. 1 more reroll. 1 more reroll. 15 luck. Okay, that was worth it. Not really. That wasn't worth it at all. Okay, get both of these. I will sacrifice 3 HP for some armor and dodge. That is very, very nice. There's my HP back. Amazing. We have high HP regen from this. It's giving me 19, so that is good. This is utterly insane. And it's cursed. More damage on full health enemies. Jerky, one of my favorite items in this game. I find it to be so helpful. And on to wave 16. So we will have a boss wave coming up next. And as you can see by how long it's taken to kill this dude, that is going to be quite challenging. So the tactic I come at for the bosses on these guys when I don't have much damage built up is you stick close enough to them to do damage and rely on your bouncers to just kill off all the little smaller creatures around them. If you can do that and you have enough bounce damage, you're actually in a pretty good spot. It depends on the boss. If they're one of the ones that you can literally like stick right next to them without having to worry, you are in a great spot. If it's one of the other ones that is a bit more challenging, not the greatest, but even then, you can honestly just run around the room, rely on your bouncers to deal with the boss, instead of relying on the bouncers to deal with the lads. So, there are more than one strategy, there is more than one strategy to deal with this guy, well, with bosses. So just whichever one works. We are going to try and roll 4. I'll know it when I see it. I mean, that's so tempting, but I kind of want one more reroll. I'll take dodge. Dodge is fine. 2 range damage. I don't mind losing 3 speed. It's quite expensive though. But I mean, 3 range damage. We're doing 42. We're doing, wow, okay, that was not worth it at all. It went up by basically nothing. Spyglass, but we want that cursed. I'm actually going to take this because it's 5% crit. That is always lovely. And I don't think we're going to upgrade these 2. Sure, let's just do it. Why not? Okay, boss wave. Let's see if we can find him. He's an annoying one. Actually, no, not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, ow. Yeah, staying close to him is a bit of a challenge because of the weird pattern that he shoots his balls out at. So what we'll do here is we're going to rely on the bouncers from other things to just keep hitting the boss. As you can see, his health is still dropping. We just need to not run into things. And basically just kill him off screen is even an option. Because bouncers, he's almost at half HP. Do a little drive-by with some additional resources you have to pick up. Yeah, kind of getting a bit melted. He's mutating again. This is the perfect mutation for me to deal with him. Let's run through all these resources, get the damage into him, go pick up some more. Yeah, he'll go down. Ideally, he'll go down. There we go. And we get a red item. We hope it's good. Would love an anvil. I think that will probably be my preferred item now. More crits. Actually, this is insane. We'll take you as well. Sure, we'll take you. And I think we want to go for crit. Yes. I just got a decent amount of range damage. We want the crit now. Get you upgraded. Pickup range, not necessary. Get another slingshot. We may as well get our last gecko, well, second last gecko now. And piercing damage, so we have negative 35. We can take this. Although I think I might want the luck first and we'll lock you. Wow, that is a big jump in melee damage. That would be a good time to pivot to getting the shurikens. Just immediately do like 4 times the amount of damage I'm doing at the moment. If we could get lucky and find a cursed slingshot, then our damage is going to skyrocket, because it's not only the bounces that go up, most importantly for the slingshots, it's going to be the damage percentage from range damage scaling. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, it's a pretty strong build. Our character using the slingshots, I guess, is the build. And not too hard. It's not like I've got any crazy items that have made this doable. We don't have a fish hook. We don't have any of the big hitters in the game. This is just purely... This is what an average run on this character will look like. The only thing that could have made this be unlucky was finding not enough slingshots. But... that doesn't happen particularly often. Okay, so upgrade-wise from that wave, I think I'm going to go for the dodge. Just purely because boss wave is coming up soon. I'm almost at dodge cap, which is good. Get a little bit more health. And crit is not worth losing to range damage. This is actually pretty cool now. I don't mind getting it. It's not insanely helpful. In fact, no, is it even worth it? I'm just spending 283 for 3 armor. That's not really worth it. Okay, another one of those upgraded. We're going to lock the luck, more crit, and into wave 19 we go. So I do think the next wave might be a bit tricky, but I'm going to have to use the same strategy of just probably avoiding the bosses and relying on my bouncers from killing other things to kill bosses. I do want to try and snag a little bit more armor before we go in there, because sometimes I'm not the best at dodging things. And as you saw by the last boss wave, I didn't do a particularly good job of dodging there. So we will have to get a bit more survivability. Got 108 health without really even focusing on health. I don't think I used a single level up for HP. That's just been from some items, and then obviously having the primitive weapons. There's the loot guy. Wow, it's 6 crates. What is my luck on? 175. Holy crap. Oh, the game is prepping me for the next wave there. If it gives me like a cursed retromation hoodie or something, I'm going to fall over. Definitely don't want you. Damage, sure, damage, sure, damage, sure. Okay, that's kind of cool. 25% to heal 1 HP. Take you. XP, cool. Health, cool. I think now could... No. We're not going to go for attack speed yet. There's the armor we wanted. Get the armor. Okay, Slingshot, you. A little more damage. Coupon. I'm going to lock the mirror. Ooh, that's intriguing. What armor we want? 8. Yes, we wanted 10. I think that's fine. I'm actually rolling for a fish up now, and I'm broke. Okay, bosses. Let's see what we have. Oh my word, this is my worst combo to deal with. I absolutely hate these two combined. But that being said, using the slingshots, dealing with these bosses, what often happens is you struggle to kill them. There's so much to dodge. And then you have the other enemies spawn that are also shooting our projectiles. But we don't have to worry about other enemies spawning. We will kill them just with bounces. So you can almost just ignore them. Run around the stage, avoid the bosses a bit. But they're not spawning many ads, which means I'm not able to do a lot of damage. I think we might be able to kill them, we'll see. They're around half health, I think. If we could get a few more other enemies spawning, we could get some big damage in. Oh, this dodge is paying off, eh? Yeah. I really do want the 2 red items though, so I want to try and kill them. I don't do that now, that's even more annoying. Oh, there's a tree, more resources, more damage. Come on, come on, come on. Almost down. Wow. Having this much dodge is great. I've just dodged every attack basically. Not me myself, I'm a potato. Literally and figuratively. But there we go. That was actually pretty manageable. So I did lose a lot of resources on this round for taking so long to kill them, because this is when all the enemies start spawning and going absolutely crazy. But worth it? Maybe. Maybe. Definitely not. Definitely not. Not worth it at all. I just completely threw that. I'm gonna grab that now. See if we can find something good. That's not good. That's not good. I mean, 40 luck. Yeah, we'll take 40 luck. Why not? More luck. Okay. Slingshot. More max HP. And now we desperately need a cursed fish hook. So if we don't get one, we are not going to be able to take this particularly far. We need one pretty damn soon. So from this point forwards, I'm not going to do guide as much. We're just going to kind of push this and see how far we can take it. But hopefully, if Buccaneer was one you hadn't managed to complete the game on, hopefully this helps just with the idea behind it. Just to basic recap, you don't need to focus too much on armor and health. You mostly just want damage and your bounces to make sure you're killing everything, and some movement speed to dodge. Attack speed, as you see, I haven't picked up any, so don't ever try and get your attack speed to be positive. Let it be where it is. You will 100% get it up later on, and it won't be relevant anymore, but for clearing wave 20 is not necessary at all. Okay, well, wave 22 bosses, let's see how we do with them. I did just drop one armor for one item, so that maybe it wasn't the smartest idea, but I think we're going to be okay. Start running into as many things as I'm running into right now. Okay. Oh, this dodge is paying off so much. Look how many times I'm dodging things. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Yeah, that wasn't a dodge. None of that was a dodge. They will save. They will save. Okay, so now we can actually kind of avoid the bosses a little bit. Is he pre-firing where I'm running to? What an ass. He is. But we can kind of let the bouncers do the rest of the work now. He's almost dead. Yeah, the dodge is... Wow, dodge is better than armor. This is crazy. And he's dead as well. Okay, so we got both down. That was pretty nice. 5 crates. Oh, 6 crates. Aww. Why does the game do this to me? Like, why does it do this when I'm not playing a build that can use that? That's just frustrating. I am literally just wasting all my money right now on rerolls looking for a fish hook. I will pick up the elemental damage because we want to get that cursed. We get more elemental damage, and then we want to get the elemental scaling on our weapons from that item. Get both of those cursed so we can get a huge amount of additional scaling. Because think of it like this: if you've got 100 range damage and you hit for 100, okay, cool. You get 3 elemental damage, great. You hit for 103, it's not that great. But if you have 100 damage and you have 100% damage, you're now hitting 200 damage, and then when you get 3 elemental damage, you're actually hitting for an extra 6 damage. So getting them cursed and having them add up, they really do scale. You do the same thing for the engineering one. It's free damage. Like, it is literally free damage. There are items you're going to pick up. What is my elemental damage? We're -2 now because I've picked some things up that make it bad, but I have 10 engineering. So if we get the nail as well, get additional elemental damage, sorry, engineering damage scaling, and we blasting. Okay, we have our first fish hook in the shop. Done. Bought. We roll once. Anything useful, we'll lock that just in case. In fact, we'll lock all 3 of these. If something gets cursed, I'm happy with any of them. I obviously want the one the least, but even if nothing gets cursed, we are building up some curse chance. And as you can see, I'm in 1 wave 24. We're looking pretty strong. Things are good. Still don't have a single cursed weapon, so you can imagine how much stronger we will get. No big hitting items yet either, no retribution, lucky coins, no pearls. We have a lot of scaling to do still, so there's a lot of potential here to get insanely strong. Are finding that I'm picking up some resources a bit too quickly. I do have my 4th gecko, so sometimes I need that extra moment. And now is the time when we can start focusing a little bit on getting some attack speed scaling. Make sure that we are hitting even if we don't have resources to pick up. But it's still not a top priority. It's still pretty average. That is the one I wanted cursed the most. That is insane. I think what I might do is... I'm actually going to buy it now. Sorry, I was thinking of getting the mirror and then rolling a bit, but we are going into a boss wave, so 24 more HP and more luck would be good. We'll lock the mirror. Oh, no, I can't take the barnacle. Oh, wait, I do have the fish hook. Oh, no. Oh, that was dumb. That was dumb. Okay, not my smartest player in the world. What I'm going to do for this wave is kind of ignore them a little bit. Try and dodge them if I can, and try and let the bouncers do all the work. Wow, I just ran into 19 things at the same time. We need to dodge for better than that if we plan to win this. I don't know if we're going to kill them. They are scaling quite exponentially with HP, so they require a lot more, and it's not like I'm doing a lot more damage than I was 3 waves ago on the previous one. So essentially, we're not in a great spot to blast them, but we will hopefully find something that hits hard soon, and then boss waves will become a little bit of a joke, to be honest with you. And it really won't hurt to find the boss damage items. But I mean, I'm literally just doing circles around them. They're dying slowly. I don't think they're going to die. We have 7 seconds left. I'm picking up every resource that's coming my way, and it's just not enough damage to kill them. So that's okay. We survived. We got 3 crates anyway. We're good. Yo, we just got insanely lucky. My 1 fish hook managed to curse both of these items. I think this is as good as it can be, because it's 35% normally, so double is 70. This is the highest possible roll you can get. I actually need to get the add-on that shows you what roll percentage you're getting. Luckily, I can afford both. We now have 18% elemental damage scaling as well, and we got 17 elemental damage from that, which is huge, plus 2 elemental damage every time you get an item that increases it. In fact, no, that was where the 17, sorry, the 21 came, 17 came from, I can't speak. So an extra 16% of that on top of it in damage, so why not? I'm going to take some attack speed, 1 roll, and I'm going to lock a slingshot, hoping that we can get that cursed, because that would be insane, because damage is already falling off, because we have not found anything that we need for damage. We're still strong. we're still strong. It's just bosses are a challenge. Like these big boys cursed are a bit of a challenge too. So we just need to rely on bouncers to fly around the map and hopefully wipe out the eggs. Yeah, I mean, I say damage is an issue. We're still managing perfectly well, but you can see now as they start to compound with enemies, we start to struggle. And I don't really know how much HP regen I have at this moment, or armor. We have 26 armor because we have the anvil. Plus 4 armor everywhere, that's crazy. Yeah, we're managing. We're just not blasting yet, and I want to be blasting. Hopefully by this way we're feeling stronger than this, because this isn't the greatest. But with all the luck we have, we get a lot of crates, so I don't really care if I kill these bosses. It's not red crates, it's normal crates. So we're good. Oh, things are getting hairy. Things are getting hairy. I wasn't even speaking in this round, but we are struggling big time. I do no damage. And because I'm not doing enough damage, I'm not killing enough things. And because I'm not killing enough things, wow, that was death. Very soon after that, we're taking that. I don't care. I'm screwed. I do not have enough damage. Oh no, this still didn't get cursed. I have to unlock these. I don't think we're going to survive the boss wave unless I find something really good here. This could maybe help. Oh, we are really struggling. Tardigrade would be useless now. Come on. No, I'm not going to have any money left to find anything useful. We'll just lock you in case. There's my next fishhook. Let's hope we can survive wave 30, but it is not looking good. The enemies are so strong, I'm not killing anything. Even the small guys, look at that. I just haven't got any of the damage I need. Because I'm not killing anything, I'm not getting resources to pick up, and therefore I'm not refreshing the attacks on my weapons. So as you can clearly see, things are in a rough situation. Maybe we can just survive this and hopefully get something else cursed. I had those slingshots in the shop for so long trying to get them cursed and just wasn't having any luck. Oh, I'm running into so many things, but it's so hard to dodge this many things on the stage at the same time. I hate that dude that's just sitting there shooting bullets out because he predicts where you're going, and then it becomes much harder to dodge. I'm just solely relying on my dodge percentage now to keep me alive. I'm dead. Oh man, that's a bummer. Well, as you can see, it is fairly easy to get to wave 20. Progressing past that, still not a single cursed weapon. So you just get a bit screwed. But yeah, that's generally how you want to focus on playing him. Don't get as unlucky as me and only get your first fishhook at like wave 25, because you are not going to get particularly far after that unless you get lucky with your slingshots. But yeah, I hope you found this helpful. If you do, let me know if there's any other characters you're curious about, and I'll see if I can throw something together. But thanks for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.